I don't want to be here anymore. Please don't claw at my pants, cat. Anyways, going back to one of my beasts. Today we're back with the White Album. Cat is here. This is the first video that I've actually recorded with Cat here. For the White Albums, at least. Since I haven't recorded any White Album ever since Home Alone. Anyways, I don't want to be here anymore already. What? Seriously, why did y'all ask me to go the biggest fucking cheater route first? Like, honest to God, if someone has played this game, just tell me right now if a lot of the other routes are like this. Because if they are, I'm just not going to want to play this game anymore. I already am very tempted just, like, moving on to the next. Because, like, I don't like the main character. I'm also starting to have difficulty liking Misaki, honest to God. It's... like, because first off... oh no, she's a terrible friend. Like, it's not at all on him, even though he has initiated all the kisses thus far. And why, yes, she has accepted them. He is still the one initiating it, despite being the boyfriend. Yet Misaki at no point is like, what the fuck are you doing? Because that would be a valid fucking reaction. You're... the boyfriend of one of your friends just fucking started making out with you, and you're just not gonna fucking say anything? Like, sure, you may like him as well, but still, you'd at least be like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Also, like, this is bad enough, I've gotten more whiskey. Apparently it was not enough to have the stuff from yesterday. And the day before. This is too much whiskey. Whoops, I was thinking too. I was fucking lost in thought there. Well, I guess I can try this one raw as well. For at least one sip. No. 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 Needs to be mixed with something. I really noticed that this one is cheaper than the one I got on Wednesday. Yeah, this one's not pleasant. Anyways. Ooh, it's Christmas Eve. Misaki's coming over tonight. Misaki, I'm really okay with this plan. I'm really okay with inviting Misaki over to spend time with her instead of going to see Yuki perform. Because of my own guilt, there's no denying how much I want to be with Misaki. Because all I care about is what I should say to her. What response should I give? What excuse should I have ready if one becomes necessary? One completely different from the one I gave Yuki. Misaki. God, I don't like this anymore. What would be the next best option for me to play if I decide to drop this, actually? There were some recent releases from... nothing here yet. Still taking time, apparently. Let's look over on Steam. Actually, we can't just stay in the library. Go to store page for White Album. Select the visual novel tag. Doorbell suddenly rings out, and I jumped up to my feet. Coming, Saki. Open the door without waiting for a response. Standing there in front of my apartment with Saki, smiling shyly. Let's see. Guess I could play Fate Stay Night Remastered. You know, fucking the Fate Stay Night randomizer. Nothing on here. No, can't play that. What else is there? Witch of the Holy Night, I suppose. I could have just, like, recorded Digimon Survive instead of playing it on my own, since I started that yesterday. Yeah, let's go to noon trending. There you go. Fucking visual novel for review Starlight, apparently. Katawa Shoujo is free to play on Steam now. They did just, like, put that on Steam. Oh, I'm noticing that I shall be right back. Hold on. I reluctantly returned from my toilet break. Standing there in front of my apartment is Misaki, smiling shyly. So, she comes with answers of her own. Any excuse I might have made unnecessary. Come on, Min Misaki. Please, warm yourself up. You know what? Almost kind of funny that before this recording, I continued reading a manga that I found yesterday and finished it. But the entire setup for the manga at the start is that this girl has had memories from like like 4 previous lives, I think it was, where in every single one of them, like, this is the same world over and over again, where every 100 years or so, a demon lord comes back, someone is named the hero, and they go on a journey to defeat the demon lord. And in almost every single one of those, she was like the childhood lover of the hero that sent off from their home village, and then the hero proceeded to never fucking come back afterwards. Like the first, like one time she later hears that he married a princess, another that he married a fucking priestess, another that he married a fucking saintess or something. So in this one, after her childhood lover was named the hero and leaves, she's just like, alright, time to sell my childhood at home. Not like this fucking matters. My parents are dead anyways. I'm gonna move to the fucking capital and just like jump head first into work in order to forget him, because that motherfucker's not coming back anyways. It is actually an already complete manga. Like, it is already done. I found myself as anxious as I was the first time I met her. Yet there's an odd sense of security that seems to envelop both of us. Go ahead and sit anywhere. I gestured towards my room. She's the type who won't stand around forever until given explicit permission to do something. Hmm? Oh, will say that there's a nice CG. It's also the CG that's being used by the website that I use for the route guide. If I remember correctly. I just, you know, need to find it again real quick. Yeah, it is the CG they used. Anyways, they're on Christmas Eve. There we go. Apparently we go yes and don't shake his hand. Oh, right, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I haven't greeted any of those words since I was a kid. It leaves me feeling kind of self-conscious. I'm not good with this kind of stuff. I was thinking we could go get some food once you got here. I opened the window just a touch. Almost immediately I can feel my breath. I could see my breath before my eyes. But it seems a little too cold to go outside, huh? How about I order a pizza? All I want right now is to stay with her here in my room. She smiles at me kindly, seemingly unaware. She softly places a small box on the table. What's this? Oh, right. Suddenly dawns on me that I forgot something really important. Christmas cake. It's slipped my mind completely since I'd planned on going to get one with Misaki once she arrived. Can't believe she bought one for us. Even after I almost had to force her to agree to come over. She really is way too nice. Okay, he realized that he essentially almost fucking forced her, considering they're like, do you hate me then? Angie. Inside the box is a single slice of cheesecake coated in some kind of jam that looks like raspberry. Looks like the type of thing she'd like. Smile touches the corner of my lips. It's demure and refined, just like her. She made that cake herself. Sometimes, like I'm ever not hungry, but also there's no way I'm about to leave a gift from you untasted. Hang on, let me get some tea first. Sight of the cheesecake and the delicious aroma of the tea have a calming effect on me. The cake ends up being incredibly good. I'm not just saying that because it's Christmas, I really mean it. I don't tend to eat a lot of sweet things, but I can't seem to get enough of this quality confection. Seems to know everything, including where to buy the best including the best places to buy cakes. Oh yeah, it's amazingly delicious. Eating a yummy cake like this on Christmas is what the holiday is all about. I have to buy another one for myself sometime. What's wrong? What do you mean? I'm sorry, what? You're serious? Saki's something else. You're not joking. Why didn't you say so from the beginning? If I'd known, I would have given it the respect it deserved. Say lightheartedly in an attempt at hiding my surprise. Saki doesn't know how to handle that kind of banter, falling silent instead. Her cheeks already bright red. She's kind of cute when she gets all flustered and shy like this. I don't want to pick on her too much though. Not that I'm picking on her in the first place. All I'm missing is, all I'm missing to be really Christmassy is the candles. Wish I had some of those candles that cake stores tend to give out with purchases around this time of year. Oh, it feels a little greedy to want something like that with a homemade cake. Forgot what? Sometimes you actually ask some. Seriously. She really is perfect. It's just like her to think of everything right down to the smallest of details. He then proceeds to take out several small transparent hemispherical cups. Each one is neatly filled with wax and a wick sticking out from the very center. They're nothing like my idea of a candle, but there's an elegant vibe to them. Let's light them. Give her a light before walking over to the wall. I'm turning the lights off. As I say that, I flip the switch. She gives out a tiny shriek of surprise as the room is suddenly enveloped in silent darkness. Huh? Turn to see Misaki, lighter in hand, and an anxious look on her face. Huh? Really? I hurry back over to her side. Let's see. Check out the light on the palm of my hand. It's out of fluid. Barely use it in my day-to-day life, so I never noticed. She sounds increasingly panicked. Before I realize what I'm doing, I squeeze her hand, still gripping the lighter firmly in mine. Her face is practically inches away. I wonder. It felt so warm. She seems confused as we stand there in silence, my hands still squeezing hers. I think that the lights are still off. Unspeakable anxiety suddenly washes over me. That if I let go of her hand, she'll simply vanish into the darkness, never to return. Don't be Misaki yourself, but her heart. Okay, like, this man is literally starting to seem like he has actual, like, fucking social anxieties because of the goddamn loneliness he feels. Like, literally just pick up your phone, call Yuki, break up with her right now, because clearly if that is your first thought in this situation, your current relationship is not helping you mentally. Sounds stupid, I know that. And yet, resistance and tension in her hand slowly dissipate, as if she wants me to hold it. She looks incredibly embarrassed to the point of being unable to speak even a single word. He says it's easier to confess things. Who said it's easier to confess things in the dark? It's true that I'm confessing is that I want Misaki with all my heart. Her warm, kind, and gentle soul. Yet she's the one who breaks the silence, once more calling my name. Maybe she wants me to. It's possible for me to know for sure. Instead of answering, I simply squeeze her hand tighter. Then I silently embrace her. She cries out, startled. I think this is actually a new CG as well. Like, the positioning is different. Before giving herself to me without another word. There we go, that's the one we had earlier, I think. What's the other one? Also one? I don't remember, actually. Never mind. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. Keeps Misaki there in the dark. A trace of timidity is long gone. Yet she still seems to be resisting slightly. Misaki? She doesn't say anything. It's possible that I came on too strong. She's having second thoughts. No! you came under her while you're still in a relationship. That's probably why she is hesitant. God. However, her firm grip on my hand seems to say otherwise. The way she clings to me is incredibly charming. She closes her eyes, her body trembling faintly. Misaki, what's wrong? She wraps her arms around herself, her shoulders shaking visibly. I have no idea what I should do in this situation. She's scared of me. What could it be? Begins by gathering her belongings with shaky hands. Tell me what's wrong.
言ったでしょ。コンサート行かないと。
What show?
ユキちゃんの。
She murmurs quietly, her voice trailing off. And then she suddenly looks up at me.
私も帰るから。
She's trying hard to put on a happy face, but her eyes are full of tears. Why are you doing this?
いいじゃない。もうそんな。
The fact that she is in fucking tears telling you to go to Yuki's show after, like, pushing you away despite seemingly having affections for you should be enough to tell you the why you're being a massive dumbass. She lowers her gaze again. Saki.
早く行って。コンサート。
She refuses to look me in the eyes. What should I do? Well, the right answer here. Like, the right answer here is fine, technically. Just go to the show and, like, at the very least talk to Yuki and break up. But, sadly, the actually correct option is I'm not going. I'm not going. My body flinches in surprise. No matter how many times you tell me to go, it's not going to work. Because I care about you, Misaki. I love you. Misaki. Never seen her act this way before. Tears are pouring down her face. Well, she has fucking reason to! Misaki. Unable to stand at the side of her sorrow, hold out my hand.
私なんかいいから。早く行ってって。
Crying loudly, she raised her hand as if to slap me. Misaki has never hit another person in her entire life, and the force of her swing caused her to miss, smacking the wall instead of my face. She immediately crouches down, nursing the hand she was about to slap me with. Can't stand here and watch this any longer. Misaki.
お願いだから。
She's fully sobbing now.
お願いだから行って。ユキちゃんのところへ。
He's broken down completely, pleading with me to leave. Understandable! You are literally dating her friend and have not shown any kind of sign that you broke up with your girlfriend. Which, you know, you haven't. You're being a massive twat asshole bastard that should be fucking, like, dragged behind the Arby's and pushed into the dumpster. Because that's where trash like you belongs. Unable to argue with her in this state, all I can do is comply. Like, actually, hold on, it is kind of funny. I'm just like, ah, yes, leave. This is my house, though. Fine, I'll go. Slip the ticket I'd left on my desk into my pocket. If that's what you want, Misaki, then I have no choice but to go. I'm on the verge of tears. Meanwhile, Misaki remains silent, still crouched on the floor. Put on my jacket and head for the front door. Honest to God, I really wish that this motherfucker opens the door. The first thing that happens is like, fucking the dude friend just like comes in, just like punches him in the face immediately. Not because he was flirting with Misaki, no, specifically because he was flirting with Misaki, despite still being in a relation with Yuki. Like, listen up, I'm not such an uncaring son of a bitch that I would openly complain about the girl I love ending up with another guy. But you fucked up! I put on my jacket and head for the front door. Tears threatening to spill from my eyes with each step. Put my hand on the doorknob. I murmured quietly, unable to stop myself. I promise I'll come back, Misaki. I then opened the door and raced out into the night. The time has come, and now I have to say... The time has come, and now I have to say goodbye. I feel almost like Cinderella at midnight. As I run through the cold, my breath grows whiter and whiter. Up, we are back to skipping. Somehow we still end up at the fucking venue. Can we skip this concert this time? We can. Next is supposed to be a yes, and then a don't shake his hand. Oh, now we're here. It's different now. I did. I replied, slightly embarrassed. Promise I'd come to see you, didn't I? He actively has not this route, though. He actively has not. And birthday. Suddenly realized I came here empty-handed. My belongings, along with the gift I brought for her, are all back at the hall. Those lines sound familiar. Whoops. Sorry, I bought a present, but...
気にしないで、トウヤくん。だってこんな風にトウヤくん、私のところに直接会いに来てくれたんだもの。私、それだけで他に何もいらないよ。
Okay.
なんてね。実を言うと、私も何もないんだ。時間がなくって。
Like something that someone in the comment has repeatedly said is that he thinks that the relationship between these two is not healthy because it feels more like they're in a relationship for the sake of being in a relationship, and I still disagree with that. Like they are very much, they do very much have feelings for each other. They do love each other. However, it is more akin to like a small crush or like puppy love. The kind of feeling where most people would not actually get into a relationship yet because the degree of the emotion isn't really at that level yet. It's just that both of them are, it feels like both of them are in this relationship just because like they need to fill a void. Like both of them seem like extremely lonely people that are essentially using each other to fill a bit of that void, which went well before she became an idol, but now that she's an idol, it is literally just breaking down. Both of them are now in a state where what they got into a relationship for in the first place is not being delivered anymore, and while Yuki is swamping herself with work, essentially, even more to deal with that, at least that's what it feels like, the MC doesn't have that, so he is just, you know, changing course to other things that can give him that peace of mind, that can fill that void. Doesn't make it okay. He should still break up with Yuki properly first. That's fine, I should be apologizing. Okay, Eiji is making more... I feel like this scene is more and more about, yes, the game is like, okay, on this route currently, so Eiji comments on, like, what the fuck's happening in the background. So, since before he was talking about that other movie, it's because we were on Rina's route. And now they're like, oh, one leads an admirable life while the other is keeping secrets, because he is keeping secrets. That's why all this is new. And you did a spectacular job. And I can sense shades of anxiety hidden behind apparent relief. Like, I will say that seeing the way this is, literally none of the, oh no, what if Eiji is trying to get with Yuki is making even just a remote sense. Like, before there was like a distinct possibility that could be like cheap drama that they're trying to use. But at this point, no, he is literally just, he is just watching, he is a spectator, and he is enjoying the shit out of it. Like, he is just embracing the fucking chaos.
かトウヤ君に改めて舞台のこと言われるとちょっと恥ずかしいかな。
Huh? I did? I don't think I'd been very careful not to talk about any aspect of her singing career. But I meant when I said I thought you did a really great job.
ありがとう。
That smile she gives me lacks the cheerfulness it used to have.
心配してたんだ。最近トウヤ君私といるとき前みたいに笑わなくなっちゃったか
My heart skips a beat.
ら。だから私何か悪いことしちゃったのかなって。気にしないで。こんなこと言ったからって。ただ私このライブにトウヤくんが見に来てくれたらいいなってそれだけ考えてて、見てもらったらトウヤくんもちょっとは私のこと許してくれるかなって。
Like, I do actually, like, I'm legitimately starting to like the main character. Like, we all know, oh, indecisive main character, herder, like, we all know that bullshit, but, like, it gets frustrating the moment there are actually, like, serious fucking, it's actually a serious fucking situation. Like, let him be indecisive all you want in, like, a common route of a visual novel where the romance, like, where the relationships start after you enter a route. You cannot make him this indecisive in a setup like this without making him appear like an actual trash human being. Like, sure, make him, like, struggle with, like, oh no, I'm, like, starting, like, I legitimately feel lonely. There's a goddamn, like, I feel like an emptiness in the pit of my stomach whenever I'm just at home alone, and it's making me feel like more and more tempted to get close to this or this girl. But Yuki, but at that point, he needs to remember Yuki at some point, and he needs to, like, legitimately struggle with this. But he doesn't. He literally just does not consider Yuki for the slightest moment, and just chases Misaki's skirt, no question asked. Which makes him an apathetic, trash human being. Like, his own self-satisfaction, even if it is temporary, appears to be more important to him than the emotions of his lover. Like, if that's how he's treating Yuki now, who's saying that he won't treat Misaki this way if she ever manages to actually become a successful playwright and gets busy with writing plays? Like, she's gonna get more and more busy overseeing the fucking theater troupe, doing her plays, writing the plays, and, like, talking to people that want to interview her about her writing. And who's saying that he won't immediately just start chasing another girl's skirt because Misaki doesn't have the same time for him as she did before? Like, if he is that easily fucking swayed to go for someone else, nothing is stopping him from just flip-flopping from one route to the next just because the girl got more busy with work or life or something and just didn't have the same time as before. Like, this man is literally a school days Makoto waiting to fucking happen. In my, like, as far as I am analyzing this thus far. Well, actually, you know what? Hold on. What's the general consensus online when it comes to the popularity of the White Album 2 MC. White Album 2 MC general popularity. Again, I don't see any people actually talking about the general consensus what White Album 2's what White Album 1's MC is. Oh, never mind. It auto-corrected White Album 2 instead of just White Album. You know what? Actually, for a novel review, sure. Let's go to VNDB and DB and just look up his actual name. Maybe that'll make it easier. I keep forgetting. Wait, it's Toya Fuji. I'm stupid. There we go. It actually loaded in now. Load over the characters. Fuji Toya. Yep, there we go. Fujitoya popularity. Oh, there we go. My thoughts on White Album 1. Toya, this guy is the embodiment of a harem protagonist. Nothing about him is particularly interesting, except that he is extremely weak-willed. Man would believe a stranger that is obviously lying to him. He is the type of person to think morbid thoughts and be disgusted that it was morbid. You'd want your protagonist of a game to be likable, or at least a blank self-insert, but no, just pathetic man. Okay. Not exactly the fucking... not exactly a fucking... talking is hard. Analysis that I was expecting. Oh my god. Kinda looks fucking... There's a... oh, hold on. There's a White Album anime. And Toya looks fucking weird. Are there like comments for this guy? Specifically. Nope. Nothing. Yeah, there is apparently an anime for White Album 1. Like, the anime version looks weird. The manga version looks a bit less weird. Anyways. Whew. Studio did it. 7 Arcs LTD. I don't know how to translate that. Okay, the review is literally quoted as the struggles with loneliness. Like, there's a verdict. There's a verdict. Hold on, I need to get back to the verdict. There's the verdict. While the album was a commendable effort to express the intricacies of love built on the comfort we find amidst each other's loneliness, it requires a little bit of emotional investment and empathy for readers to truly appreciate what it has to offer. Yeah, I don't care. I don't fucking care. Like, if you are more concerned with, like, soothing your own loneliness over, you know, the emotional well-being of someone you are consider a close friend, not if not lover, you know, Yuki in this case, lover, before probably friend. Like, even if he were to break up with her, would probably still be friends with her. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I literally just cannot fucking find any kind of sympathy for the games, for the MC. Like, I'll be entirely transparent. Y'all saw the way I was acting. Actually, none of you probably saw that. The way I was acting in the Ledger of Keziah Part 1, where I was drunk as shit. Like, I let slip some stuff. And like, yeah, I'm fucking lonely. Like, I wish I would have a fucking lover or something. Because I genuinely just feel lonely. And I'm not about to fucking screw someone over emotionally because of this. She's figured out my feelings towards her were wavering. But does she really think it's just because she's been busier lately? She hangs her head before murmuring quietly. As Yuki looks like she might burst into tears, Eiji suddenly pops up out of nowhere. What? He hands me a small box wrapped with an adorable ribbon. Hold on, what the fuck? Sudden. I was about to say a sudden message, and it's literally just someone going, Seg! This pink ribbon. Can't say it exactly, strikes me as Eiji's style. He snaps to attention, surprised at being called out. Yoi quietly interjects from behind Yuki. He grins at me, snickering mischievously. You mean me? I mean, nah, I can't say no. Like, being thrown to the wolves is not worth a Christmas present. Fine. That's a vibe coming from Major that makes me feel like I can't turn him down regardless of what I want. I accept my fate in order. Follow Eiji into the hall wearing Yuki's coat and the hat that covers my face. Yuki calls my name through the crack in the open door. What's wrong? It's fine, just the nature of the business. Despite her nod of things, I get the feeling she wants to say something else. What's wrong, Yuki? I press her slightly and she glanced up at me briefly. But then she simply hangs her head silently. Okay. Oh boy, the next answer, the next choice I have to pick is yes. Huh? Girl elected for Yuki. Yes, I have to pick yes. Yes. Not slowly. It may have been a while back, but it feels wrong to hide from her. I think so, at least. Though I wasn't consciously aware of it at the time. She cuts me off. Hearing how sad she is and my excuses fade away. I'm sorry, I just...
謝らないで。トヤ君は何も悪いことしてないよ。だってその時はまだ私なんてトヤ君の何でもなかったんだし。
She says, forcing herself to sound cheerful. I know she is trying to play it off, but I have no idea how to respond.
すっきりした。今まで気になってたから。これもトヤ君が正直に言ってくれたおかげだよ。
Despite her hurt feelings, she smiles at me as if I'm the one who needs cheering up. She tilts her head playfully to the side as if to show me that it didn't bother her at all. Like, here's the thing, I will say that she is not handling the relationship the best way either, but she is trying to put in the effort. Like, if anyone actively told her that it's not gonna work out this way, she would probably try to fix things, and that is why I entirely would want a better fucking person for her. Because this motherfucker does not deserve her. This motherfucker doesn't deserve Misaki either. Probably also doesn't deserve Rana, quite frankly. Maybe deserves Haruka. I don't know who she is actually. So who knows? Maybe she deserves them. You know, actually a Brat Mana maybe as well. Who knows? Come here, kitty. I need an emotional support animal. Don't slip like that. I'm gonna fall. But her mask suddenly slips out of place. A clear drop of liquid falls down her cheek. Her eyes widen in surprise. Tears begin pouring down her face like a dam burst in her tear ducts. What are you looking at? Looks down for a bunch of time. I stop petting him. He proceeds to headbutt the fucking pit of my elbow. Say hello to the people. Come on, kitty. Why are you just looking down? Okay, let's see if he wants to get back on the chair. Nah, doesn't want to. Can I advance like this? I cannot. Okay, guess I'll just have to do this.
おかしいよね。今日の私、ライブが終わってほっとしたのかな。今までずっと張り詰めてたから。
Says while dabbing at the corners of her eyes with a handkerchief. Her tears soon become indistinguishable from the sweat from her performance.
でも、ちょっと悔しいな。もっと昔から、トウヤ君と一緒にいたかった。そうすれば、少しくらい会えなくても平気だったのかな。
There's nothing I can say to alleviate her anxiety. Something your young age you probably do on a daily basis. You stand here helplessly unable and in no position to do the same. Yeah, you're in no position to do the fucking same considering you're the goddamn source of anxiety with the fact that you refuse to just man up and let her down gently instead of going around fucking Misaki probably at some point. And then just, having to deal with the fact she's probably gonna find out after you've goddamn, like, teenage pregnancy Misaki or something. I don't know. If you're gonna go overboard. I was like this, make painfully aware. We haven't been together long enough for us to refer to each other as partners. No, honest to God, you have. You have. You've been together for over a year. 2 years, I think. Don't quote me on. I think it was 2 years. Like, maybe even 3. And she has only been an idol for 1 year. So that's at the very least an entire year of dating and being together. It's not that you haven't been together for long enough. It's just that you're fucking wuss. God, I'm actually... the more I play this, the more genuinely upset I get at the MC. Come on. On the chair with you. Come on. On the chair with you. Doesn't want to. Just cuddling up against armrest. On the chair with you. Come on. Doesn't want to. You're also gonna slip off my fucking legs, cat. Come on. No, it's mean that I've... There we go. No, it's mean that I pulled you off the fucking chair when you were nice and sleepy and having a nice nap. I'm putting you back on there. But I got a game, you know? And he's coming back. He cares not. Actually, I can't actually hold him like this while playing, considering now this hand's gonna be free. How much do I really know about her? What have I done that I can truly be proud about? Nothing. Not as much as this motherfucker. No, he's not. That's not true, I promise. Promise what? Dad, what she's asking for is realistic. Are you absolutely sure of that? You've never hoped to find solace in someone else's arms in her absence. Can you really say you're not jealous knowing that Yuki's always with the Yo-Yo and Eiji? Man, we've both been pretending this whole time. Just repeating the lines we think we should say. We want to get closer, but we hesitate when it comes to actually making any kind of significant step. Despite knowing that keeping our distance like this only ends up hurting the other person. I can't meet her gaze. Not because of what she said, but due to my own cowardice and lack of confidence. Maybe Yuki's moved on too. Nah, I know she was right. She's not the one at fault here. She still only has eyes for me, even after becoming an idol. I don't know, can't handle the loneliness her newfound status brings with it. What? She then falls silent, her eyes still downcast. My cheeks are already flaming red. I don't know what to say. Eiji's hurrying me along before I have time to respond. With that, he drags me behind him down the hall. As we walk towards the parking lot, I think about what Yuki asked me.
私と付き合う前に誰か好きな人いた?
Never realized Yuki thought about that stuff, but also why bring it up now? Part of me can't help but wonder. Was it really the past that you wanted to know about? What you really wanted to hear was a potential connection between the past and the present, possibly even the future.
Yuki-chan, 早く乗っちゃおうね。ほら、急いで。
You know, that's why I break. Hop on the chair. Come on, hop on the chair. Hop on the chair. Pause the recording. BRB. I return. Not for long though, I'll be entirely honest. I would probably fucking stop the recording the moment the date change comes. Coming! His tone is jovial, but I can tell he really wants to get going. There's plans to draw the crowd away from where Yuki really is. It doesn't make sense to wait here a little longer. Dark enough that no one will be able to see my face anyway. Then pass me on the head, treating me as if I'm some grade school kid. Oh, I forgot. Oh no, I forgot about our height difference. Feeling slightly embarrassed, I approach Eiji's car. It's a green Mini Cooper. I open the standard side door before slipping inside. The interior of the car and its comfortable seats have a stylish, retro chic vibe to them. And Cat just got off. What are you... Why are you assaulting the bag? Well, stop. Leave it. Leave it. If you want to play with something, there's a ball outside. He's not playing with the ball outside. He laughs, my thoughts planned as a day on my face. Also letting into the driver's seat next to mine. He just carried the ball over in his mouth. Ah, then. He wants to play with the ball, but he also wants to, like, be close to me in this room here, which both at the same time does not exactly work because there's not exactly that much space here. Also, I probably shouldn't have scratched my face. I had some dust on my hand. Oh god, slumped down in my seat. All I could do is nod awkwardly, my chin tucked down against my chest. Clearly enjoying himself, Eiji puts the car into drive and we launch forward. See, the people aren't cheering about you seeing Yuki, but they're cheering because they're seeing Chili play with the ball. Why did it fall now? Hold on. I failed. He appears to have lost interest. Eiji drives to the crowd milling about around the venue until he gets to the outer edge, gradually slowing. The green Cooper has turned quite a few heads, along with the fact that Yuki seems to be inside. Yet feeling his car is quite well known to begin with. The guys who spot us immediately become animated, shouting excitedly but waving their arms up and down.
人気があるな、ユキちゃんは。
Sounds like some geezer when he says that. He's the reason why he's famous in the first place.
青年、ちょっと手を振ってみなよ。
Huh, me?
ファンサービスは大切だろ、ユキちゃん。
Can't help but feel guilty knowing I'm tricking all these people. Better raise my hand and give a little wave. Don't worry, you're not just tricking these people, you're also tricking Yuki right now.
ああ、手は出さない。コートの裾から指先だけをこう、ちょっと。
He coaches me on my performance as he drives. I follow his directions, waving back with just my fingers showing. The guys around us go wild, clearly more excited than before. Seeing their reaction when he pushes down on the gas as we speed away. We drive around the city for a bit before finally stop. How dare you interrupt me? Before stopping at a nearby park. No, I'll be fine. Oh, I accidentally turned on auto. Turn off auto, please.
まあ、あれだけサービスしてみせりゃ。 彼らもおとなしく帰ってくれるんじゃないか。
What a cheap gimmick. The words slip from my mouth without thinking and immediately realize I messed up. Jovial light in Eiji's eyes vanishes for a split second. I quickly began apologizing for making such a novice gaffe, especially for someone who knows better, and his expression softens.
ああ、まあな。
Oh no, this man is actually wearing a fucking varsity jacket.
さっきだって必要だったのは森川由紀じゃなくて、車の中で手を振る森川由紀らしきものだったわけだしな。何も必ずしも本物じゃなくったっていい。
Immediately delves into a rudimentary criticism of the entire entertainment industry. Doesn't sound like him at all.
ただ森川由紀らしきものをこの上なく上手にやってのけられるのは他ならない森川由紀本人だってだけ。先行するイメージに打ち勝って本物が本物であり続けるためには。悪い、なんか喋ってるな俺。
He laughs tiredly before lighting a
た
cigarette.
だな、君とユキとの間はとても幸福な関係にあるってのは俺にもわかるんだけどな。
He turns to me, suddenly serious, and I can tell he's hinting at something deeper.
君はどうなんだ？
Huh?
ユキだよ。
Yuki. I realize he's talking about her in a different tone than
好
usual.
きなんだろ
That casually spoken question is like a dagger straight from my heart.
う。違うのか。
No, it's not that.
別に隠さなくていいぜ。見てりゃわかるって。
Yeah. Chuckles to himself.
君らじゃないよ。弥生姉さんだよ。あれだけあからさまに君のことをユキから話そうとしてるんだからな。君もいい迷惑だよな、藤井君。
Not really, don't bother me.
あの人ももともとの性格がお嬢様で不器用だから、こう強引っていうか直情的っていうか。
Blunt. That lady.
そんな不思議そうな顔すんなよ。あの人はただユキを好きなだけだよ。まあ愛してるってところか。
You do as Yuki.
ああ、恋は盲目だっけ。ユキの才能や成長に心全部奪われて、他のことはどうだっていいって、そんな感じになってるだけでね。決して冷血動物じゃないので。
And then he chuckles dryly.
で、君はどうなんだって？好きなんだろう。
Huh?
言っておくぞ。
stares at me, his expression suddenly
中
stern.
途半端に誰かを好きとか言うんじゃないぞ。それこそ弥生さんみたいに他のもの全てを引き換えにするくらいの覚悟はしておけよ。その勇気がないんだったら引っ込んでいろ。
Honestly, God, this feels like a Yuki route scene. Like, it somehow feels like the scene we had before was not a Yuki route scene. This feels like more of a Yuki route scene than the other one. And in the other one, we almost had sex with her. Should have raised down my spine as his words, though I'm not entirely sure why.
他のやつにはそれでもいいかもしれないけど、ユキはそうじゃない。上に登れば登るほど、ユキは自分が自分である空間を失ってくる。森川ユキらしきものが完成すればするだけ、森川ユキは消えてなくなってくんだ。ただ、少なくとも君の前では、ユキはいつも森川ユキでいられるはずなんだ。そのことに君自身は耐えられるか。
He's asking me. Yuki but me.
それに耐えられなくなって別の優しい誰かを見つけたときどうする？ユキを放り出して一人だけ安らぎを求めたとしても、そりゃ誰も文句は言わない。それこそユキ本人だって。
Someone else. Someone a lot less complicated.
ただそれを自分自身で許してしまってるとしたら、
Would I do it? I'm not sure.
俺がお前を許さない。いいか？
Huh? Honestly speaking, I'm not entirely sure what he's trying to tell me. And yet this ambiguous intimidation tactic of his is heart-wrenchingly effective.
なんてな。
Tension around him dissipates, and his usual playful smile resurfaces.
語るね俺。おっさん臭かった？
No. For me, I'm just as anxious as I was a moment ago.
なんでこんな語っちゃうかね俺。
Then he shoots me on yet another meaningful glance. This time, though, he doesn't seem to be looking for an answer.
俺、ユキのこと好きだからさ。
Huh? Caught off guard by his words, but he simply looks back at me cheerfully.
何がなわけさ。いいじゃない好きになったって。
Then, with a frown on his face, he asks,
年が気になる？
No.
そりゃよかった。いや、俺少し気になるんだけど。
Lips coming aware of her own stern expression, the smile grows more and more amused.
そんな顔しないでくれよ。弥生さんみたいだぜ。私のユキさんを取らないでくださいってな顔。森川ユキらしきものじゃない。森川ユキを独占したい気持ちはわかるけど、同じ気持ちのやつが他にもいるんだぜ。篠塚弥生って女と、そして君の目の前にもう一人。
Bam's starting to get angry.
よせよ。
His immeasurably deep voice stops me, instantly extinguishing my momentum.
怒らないで聞いてくれよ。難しいけど、その難しさに耐えられるかってことだよ、要は。ユキはあんな性格だから、君が誰と浮気しようが、そんなの軽く許すと思うんだ。
And following a silent pause,
ユキを浮気の相手にしているとしたら、ユキは絶対に許さないだろうな。俺以上に激しく、深く、強くな。
I cleared my throat nervously. I wonder what prompted him to speak this honestly with me.
一ついいことを教えておこうか。
He heaves a huge sigh, seemingly fed up. His breath hangs in the air between us like a heavy cloud.
ユキが音楽祭に出場するぜ。
Huh?
そうだよ。あの音楽祭だよ。
I have no idea. Music festival. It's an annual event showcasing popular musicians and hosted by TV stations, major record labels, music stores, and so on. Like, this scene is actually like legitimately making me like AG more than the MC, because like AG is currently showing that if he deems the MC to be not a coward that is going to treat Yuki right, he isn't going to do anything, but he's going to give him hell if he is just going to fucking play around with Yuki's heart. Which, I fucking appreciate that. Because, like, as things are right now, fuck the MC. Most popular idols all over the past year are entered into the contest via a competitive selection process where they perform against each other in front of a panel of judges. As a first place trophy, an excellence award, and an honorable mention. The star who ranks first is awarded a record deal from a sponsoring production company. In other words, the best musician of the year gets to put out a record album along with their associated honor. Only those up-and-coming idols with the most promising futures are selected to participate. It's rare to see the same artist participate over consecutive years, as it's difficult to maintain the level of success and continual growth necessary. Even then, just being an amateur isn't enough to guarantee a spot on the festival. Only the best and brightest are granted a spot on stage. And out of those promising youngsters, one special individual will rise to the top, crown the best of the best. Whether Yuki has the ability and talent to potentially win such an esteemed prize remains to be seen. But her being included at all is evidence of a rising stardom.
そういうことだ。
He mutters under his breath, exasperated.
ユキを愛し続けられるかってのは、つまりはそういうことなんだ。
And here's the thing, we literally at this point know that she would not be this busy if it was literally just her. The entire reason is because Yayoi is apparently actively trying to distance her from the MC. Which at that point, you're like, just fucking put on your goddamn big boy shoes. Confront her about that. Made it this far. Yuki's willing to love me forever. I'm really okay with that.
藤井君さ、
What?
もしユキを愛していく自信があるんだったら、
Yeah?
お互い手抜きしないで頑張ろうぜ。
He holds his right hand out towards me. I think he wants me to shake it. And I am supposed to not shake his hand here. Listen, I'm being entirely honest at this point. I'm gonna like probably do a poll after this. Y'all mind if I only do Yuki's route and then just drop the entirety of this game? Because like I'm like genuinely just not enjoying this. Like I hate the MC, like honest to God. I want nothing to do with him. I'll shake his hand. Stare coldly at his proffered hand, refusing to give any sort of response. Never trusts anyone seeking out cheap friendships. That's my opinion.
そうか。
Draws his hand back almost regretfully.
仕方ないな。こんなキャラクターと素直に握手する間抜けもいないってことだな。それとも、もう戦いは始まってるってことか。
And he chuckles dryly again. With a short walk, we return to Eiji's car. Remain silent for the rest of the ride home. Get out of the car, cold wind stinging my skin. You notice floating ephemeral white stuff falling from the sky. First snow of the year.
寒い。お、藤井君、雪だ雪。
Slaps me on the back with an instance far removed from his former seriousness. I laugh, caught off guard.
付き合わせて悪かったな、藤井君。また局にバイトに来な。少しは待遇良くするように言っといてやるからさ。
Okay, thanks. Answer while hiding my emotions as best as I can.
まあ、そんなにも難しく考えるなよ。これからどうにだってなってくんだ。展開は一つだけ。なんてことはないんだからさ。
Slaps me on the back again. This time that enigmatic smile of his was comforting.
さてと、俺はこれからユキのところにコートを届けてから帰って寝るよ。
You're going now to Yuki's place?
そんな顔するなよ。届けるだけだって。
Okay. It's not exactly that easy to read.
だって俺のところ、妹がうるさいんだもん。 家にいないからチャンスだとか思ってても。
Then chuckles wryly. Found myself smiling alongside him.
じゃ悪いけどここでお別れだ。また何か面白いことを手伝ってくれよな。
With a low hum and a burst of lukewarm exhaust from out the back, the Cooper speeds out of sight. Stand there against the tail lights I stand there until the tail lights vanish from sight before slowly trudging to my apartment. First snow of the year is starting to accumulate on the asphalt. I glance at my wristwatch and realize it's almost dawn. Fallen snow in my apartment has been trampled into a muddy mess. Here's the thing, I know that this is not technically the next day yet, quite, even if though it is light again, because it does say event specifically, so there is an event you have to actively pick, apparently. Now, the fallen snow in my apartment has been trampled into a muddy mess the whole walk of a town full of busy people with places to go. It's true what they say about the city never sleeping. Suddenly overcome with a bizarre realization. When I see Yuki, you venture out with Eiji and the others, the world around us continues moving at its own pace and to its own rules. We are nothing more than cogs in a wheel society. It's odd realizing you're an insignificant part of a whole. My apartment building's so quiet, it's almost like no one's home. The first snow by the main entrance lies undisturbed by footprints from passing pedestrians. Now, aside from those left by a very dedicated student, I spot fresh prints in the snow in front of my building. They stop briefly before going on their way. What do I hear? They try to stop in front of my door before turning back on themselves. The small boots prints seem familiar. It's like I've seen them before. I think they belong to Misaki, but I can't say for sure. Should I go look for her? Okay, never mind. There's apparently the next choice, so I go. No, in fact, I'm not gonna look for her right now. I'm going to fucking leave. I'm going to beg people to just let me do Yuki's route and then just leave this game to rest forever. Bye-bye. This was a mistake.